Hello everyone, thank you for connecting with me today. I'm still doing the Morgan-GREER Tarot in a Tin giveaway. Make sure you follow the rules in the description box below. When I reach 2,000 subscribers, then I will give away this lovely deck. She's sleeping right now, but she will be back in other readings. As always, thank you so much. Thank you for the likes, shares, comments, subscribes. Thank you for the personal readings. Thank you for the donations. Thank you just for reaching out, emailing me. I love connecting with everyone. Group therapy, can't get enough of it. You're awesome. Please keep in mind that these are general readings. We are here to learn and to grow and to ascend on our spiritual path. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Without further ado, let's get on to your general readings. Hello, my lovely Leos. Welcome to August and happy birthday. Happy birthday. Let's get into your reading for Leos and all those who love Leo. At the heart of the matter, we have the karmic wheel here. So this is a karmic cycle that is playing out in your life, that you are living through. We have the Devil Reverse. The Devil Reverse is a really good card because when the Devil is upright, this is... like, especially in this deck, I'm feeling like you're bored at work. Especially in this deck, we have a man in a suit. It's like working for the man, right? He's a man in a suit. It looks like he's flipping you off, but he's actually just like holding on to his collar. But he's like, you know, the big man, the big devil man. And he's having all of his slaves work for him, and they're all chained, right? They're all like shackled to the job. And as a human, it's tricky, you know, like we have to work to pay the bills, but being chained to the man, feeling like you can't get out from under your job is a really sad thing about adulthood, isn't it? It's really depressing to be under the thumb of the man. You could also be dealing with a Capricorn. But whenever it's reversed, it's like unchaining yourself from the ties that bind, right? It's freeing yourself from the man. It's freeing yourself from feeling like you have to give your life away to this company that could replace you like that, you know? If it's not a job, the Devil talks about our inner fears. It talks about, it's the inner chatter inside of our head. Little butthole guy. You know, we have an angel on our shoulder and we have a devil on our shoulder. The angel whispers, right? So the angel whispers to us like, we believe in you. We're rooting for you. You are God's child. We love you unconditionally. And then the devil is shouting in your other ear saying, you know, no man is ever gonna love you. Right? All men cheat. So the devil is louder, but the devil tells a bunch of lies. So that voice inside your head that is causing fear and doubt and a feeling of obsession and worrying about your next moves. Whenever this is reversed, you are telling the devil to go back to hell wherever he came from. And you are... I'm getting the sense that you're in a meditative state. The Four of Cups, it does speak about boredom. So like I said, I feel like you're like supremely bored at work. I feel like you're not being challenged. Your skills and your talents aren't being used to the best of their abilities. You might be in a job that, you know, pays the bills, but it does not fulfill you on a spiritual level. It does not serve your life purpose. And, you're just bored as shit. We have a castle in the background. We have a horse here, a picnic. We have lily pads here. So, this boy is a sulky butt, right? He's like, yeah, this is great, but I'm still not satisfied. So this job, there might be a lot of perks, there might be a lot of benefits, there might be a lot of good things about this job. You may even have like a close network of coworkers and be friendly, you know. I have a bunch of friends there. There's fruit on this tree too, so there's like potential. You may have a 401k and, you know, the best dental package of all of the jobs, but you're sad because it's a job. Although it pays well, although it has all these benefits, you are not being used to the best of your potential. And perhaps you weren't being used to the best of your potential because you had this inner chatter that was saying, you're not good enough, you know, you can't go after whatever your life purpose is. So you settled for a job that paid the bills, but, you know, your inner light was being dimmed, in part by your own voice. So let's keep it moving. At the top we have the beginning and the end. So this is what starts the karmic cycle, starts the wheel into motion, but it's also what is going to get eclipsed out of your life. We have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card about burdens. Again, this job may have paid the bills, may have brought home the bacon, might have had lovely coworkers, might have even been prestigious, might have, you might have been good at this job, but you weren't satisfied. The Nine of Wands is a card about burden, so it's like, and you know, we talked about being chained to the man, being tied to the man. You may have been in a job where you clock out at, you know, 6 o'clock, but you still have to be on call throughout the whole night, right? So you can't go home and have your margaritas because, you know, your boss is calling in or your client's calling in and saying, we need this by this. And, you know, you're thinking like, well, you know, this, like, I'm getting paid well, but I shouldn't be working when I'm off the clock. Like, that's more burdensome than it needs to be. Whenever the Nine of Wands is reversed, I want to give you a pat on the back, Leo, because Nine of Wands reversed is about letting go of burdens that we do not need to take on. You have the opportunity here to not bend over backwards for a client who's very demanding, who wants you chained to your desk, right? You have the opportunity to let go of worries and responsibilities that are not of your concern. So good for you. I like that. We have a lion here, so this is definitely you, Leo, right? Let's get some clarifiers on this. We have the Emperor. Definitely work. Definitely work. We also have the Prince of Swords. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, especially, but you could also be dealing with a Libra or a Gemini. The Emperor. It does talk about large institutions like this. It talks about corporations. It talks about an empire. The emperor runs his empire, right? You could even be the boss, and this could be overburdening you. But the emperor is someone who is in control, is in charge, is, if you are a man, this is your mojo. This is your macho, the macho side of you. The Emperor upright is all of that which is the best in the masculine energy, right? The best that men can be. Someone who is forward focused, who is driven, who is ambitious, this is someone who he protects those he loves. He manages his empire because he wants to provide for those he loves, right? He wants his family to have enough and more, right? So there's a reason he works so hard, so that he can provide for those he loves. The Emperor, you could also be dealing with an Aries. But the Emperor is someone who, you know, he's ultimate husband, ultimate father. He is a very sexy man. He's like, he has this energy, like this confidence, right? Of, I know you want it, girl, and I'm going to give it to you. So if you're a man, this is you letting go of burdens and taking back control of your masculinity. If you are a woman, you could be dealing with the masculine side of yourself, but you could also be experiencing this in someone else. And perhaps meeting this person who's going to be your like ultimate dream daddy, coming in contact with this person is going to help you let go of burdens because they're going to empower you. The Emperor has this way about him where he is definitely the leader. He is definitely in control and in charge, but he motivates those he loves by being a leader, right? By like leading by example. So you might encounter someone who inspires you and motivates you, and that's why you are unchaining yourself from burdens and from the big man, right? The big man who wants to keep you under his thumb make sure you're not good enough. Like, these are totally different opposite energies. This Devil, it reminds me of that, there's like a meme or a saying or whatever where it shows the difference between a boss and a leader. And a boss will sit on his throne and tell the workers what to do. But a leader gets in there and helps with the work, and the leader knows that whoever is helping him, like, they're just as important as the work he's doing, right? Because he has a target to meet, and they all help him meet his target. We have the Prince of Swords right here, and again, you could be dealing with an Aquarius, but also a Libra or a Gemini. This could also be your energy. But the Prince of Swords is usually, I mean, in this deck, he's not charging forward, but usually he's like busting through the door and causing a stir, yelling, screaming. I just noticed this little falcon's peeking over. It's cute. But usually the Prince of Swords, this is my protester card. He has a book too. So air energy, the air suit, they're ruled by their thoughts. They're ruled by the mental realm. They're very smart people. They're very intellectual, very philosophical, very much about higher ideas, higher thoughts, higher ideals, right? And especially Aquarius. Aquarius is about the humanity of all of us. It's about, I call him my protester card because oftentimes Aquarians are little rebels who want peace and harmony and understanding. I mean, we all want that, right? But Aquarians want everyone, like, despite their differences, to work in brotherhood or sisterhood, right? So he or she, you know, it's a less mature energy than the Queen or the King. So sometimes the Prince of Swords has this ideal in his heart. He has, like, he really feels, you know, why can't we all just get along? But because he's a less mature energy, his communication is a little off, so he can bust through the doors and kind of be like, fuck you! Sorry for my language, but he is a, like, harsh person. He's a person who is like, you know, you're a racist, you're a libtard, eh! And so he can kind of shut down his conversation because he's not willing to, like, in his passion to have fairness, to have justice, to do what's right, to achieve heaven on earth, to achieve the right thing, he shuts people off who he deems are not doing the right thing, right? So this is an energy of being, it's like a combative energy. So maybe you're dropping burdens like this. You could be dealing with, I'm hearing for some of you, this is your kid. But it's little rebel energy. You could also be taking on this rebel energy because you're like, you know what? Fuck the man. Because he is a little rebel. He is a little protester. I hear for some of you might be like, you know, screw the man, screw this company, I'm doing my own thing. So some of you might be starting your own company. Good luck, guys. I want you to achieve your dreams. Okay, let's move on to what sets this wheel into motion. But first, I gotta make my money. So stay tuned after this ad. Okay, so what sets this into motion is something that's not closed, something that's not finished, something that's not complete. You may be going through school and you feel like chained to school, like, when am I ever going to graduate? Get me out of here. You may also need to get back into school, and so what sets this into motion is going back to school. The World is a card about achievement, about completion, about accomplishment. You may feel that in this job, being chained to the man with all these burdens, that you haven't accomplished anything, right? Because it is about, like, you're not being challenged, like I said, right? You're not being challenged, so you're challenging others. Anywho, so you're not being challenged, so this is like, you need something that's going to teach you. You need something that you can feel accomplished with. Like, you may feel like your job is too easy right now. Like, it pays the bills and you know, that's great, but it's not helping you grow. It's not helping you learn. It's not improving your skill set. So I feel like that's what's kind of causing this like rebellious screw you energy, right? And this boredom, definitely. But let's keep it moving. What do we have to clarify? We have the Ace of Wands reversed, and we have the Eight of Wands reversed, excuse me. And that just goes back to what I was saying. The Eight of Wands is a card about fast-moving communication, sometimes text messages back and forth. So whenever it's reversed, it's like, you know, it's not just messages, it's like progress, it's movement, it's fast movement forward, and you may just feel like stuck in this place. You're stuck in this place. You want to move forward, you want to grow, and you can't do it in this environment. The Ace of Wands right here, it's kind of an impotence card, but it's a lack of passion, right? I haven't talked about any love matters, but I'm really not getting that from this reading. I'm sorry if y'all came for a love reading, but like I said in the intro, don't expect too much from any reader, because we're going to give us what Spirit tells us to give you. So the Ace of Wands reversed, you know, this is like losing wood over things. This is like losing that spark, losing that feeling of excitement and passion and desire. And definitely as a fire sign, Leo needs that, right? You need to feel enthusiastic and like you need to feel like a fire's lit under your butt, and I feel like this situation that you're in does not light your fire. So let's get to the challenge. This is sort of like the homework that you have to learn at the moment. We have the Hanged Man, so the Hanged Man can mean many different things. Let's get some clarifiers to see what it means. So we have the Queen of Swords and we have the Five of Swords. The Queen of Swords is a card. You could be dealing with a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius. Again, we have Aquarius up here. This is especially a Gemini, but again, you could also be dealing with a Libra. The Queen of Swords is someone who, she's seen it and done it all, honey. She's been cheated on. People have died on her. People have stood her up. She's been lied to, been used. And as a result of her experiences, she's a little guarded. She's a very witty and funny character. And she gives really good advice. You know, like I said, the sword suit are very intellectual, very philosophical and wise. So they are about how we think, and they're very good at processing their thoughts, cutting people out of their life that no longer serve them, and they're very like quick-witted and sharp and just very smart people. But like I said, they are guarded. They give really good advice as far as dating goes because they've had all these experiences, but they aren't so good about letting people in all the time because they have had all these experiences. And so you may think like every job is going to be like the next job, right? We have the Five of Swords right here. The Five of Swords talks about conflict. It's conflicting ideas. It's like debates, right? This is a solitary energy. Usually it's a few people in the card, but in this deck it's just one person. So this is like inner conflict within yourself. And it's inner conflict of wanting to go in different directions, right? So you, it's like, you know, should I go off and start my own business? Should I start a Patreon page or an Etsy page? Should I go back to school? Should I do this? Should I do that? And you're making like pros and cons list of everything. You're kind of sussing it out, but it's it could be like spinning your wheels too much about it, like thinking too much about it, and I feel like you need to feel your way through it, right? You need to figure out like the heart of the matter, what really like excites you and gets you like playful, right? So whatever direction you're moving in, something that really like gives you butterflies and lights that fire under your butt, right? The Hanged Man card about waiting. So you are in a suspension period during this phase, and I think you're in a suspension period because you are sorting out this conflict. You are cutting out the burdens, and you are thinking back on old experiences and trying to figure out solutions to make this time a better, like make this situation a better experience than all of the other experiences that you've had. The worst it's going to get, the bottom of the barrel, is the Star reverse. So, yeah, I mean, the Star is your wishes, right? The Star is your hopes, being hopeful, having faith that things will turn out in your favor. It's wishing on a star. It's wishing on shooting stars, right? Wishing for that divine intervention. You could be dealing with an Aquarius again. Whenever the Star is reversed, it is a lack of faith, a lack of hope that things will ever turn in your favor. And you're in this energy of, all of this has happened before, why should it happen? Like, why should it work any differently this time? If I go out on my own, is it just going to be like a grass is always greener situation? Is it going to be a more money, more problem situation? Like, I feel like maybe you're wondering if you're idealizing a situation. But with the Star, I always say, whenever you have the Star, it doesn't matter if it's upright or reversed. Your wishes will come true. This is destined. The Star is destiny to me. The Star are things that are meant to be. So whatever is in your heart, whatever you want to do, it's meant to be, and you're meant to have it. And I want you to have it, Leo. But sometimes with the Star, it's about everything aligning in its right time, right? So it's about you like being in a place where you have learned all your lessons. It's about, Jupiter aligning with Mars and all of that stuff. Just about divine timing. It's about, things are in orbit like a star. So when the constellations do match up to all of these planetary energies, that's when we're at our best to receive, whatever it is. And we may feel like this is never going to happen. This is taking so long. Like, this isn't meant for me. I'm doomed. But it will happen. It just hasn't aligned yet. Right? So this is about God saying, not yet. We have the Wheel of Fortune reverse, reiterates what I was saying. And we have the Eight of Swords reverse. So the Wheel of Fortune reversed is about having some bad luck. And it's, again, this like orbiting of just not being in alignment right now. So the worst it's going to get is that you're just off a gear. But the gears will jump back on their right path, right? Especially during like retrogrades, like how can we start anything? But I feel like during these retrogrades, retrogrades are reviews, so it's a good time to go over what hasn't worked in the past and course correct ourselves. And you are, during this like bottom of the barrel, you're getting untied from that thinking. The Eight of Swords is a card about feeling trapped, and so you are freeing yourself from these thoughts of it's never going to happen. You're freeing yourself from these thoughts of, with the Hanged Man, it's like looking at things from a different perspective. So it's like what you might have thought was bad luck in the past, what you might have thought like you're seeing things in a new way that allow you to free yourself and allow you to anticipate whenever things do align. Okay, so the cause of all of this was feeling like your potential wasn't being met, feeling like you weren't being challenged, and as a result, the effect is the Four of Pentacles and the King of Cups and Justice. So you could definitely be dealing with a Libra. Also be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces with the King of Cups. The Four of Pentacles is a card about holding on. So whenever it's reversed, it's letting go. If you look at this card, we see this stingy man. I feel like this woman asked for like a loan, and he's just like, no, sorry, can't give it to you. So I feel like whenever it's reversed, you might be going to your boss asking for a raise, and this might be a good time to get your raise. So just keep that in mind. Even if you feel like you're not being challenged, you can at least take advantage of this devil that has you chained, right? You can chain him. Pay me, bitch. But I feel like that energy is really available to you right now, and I think it's going to give you the justice that you deserve. I still think that you might have some disconnect with what's inside your heart. Like, this is still going to be a boring job. This is still going to be a job that doesn't challenge you, and you do need to find something that is more in line with your life purpose. But until then, get what you can, girl or guy. But Justice is all about the karmic wheel. It's all about the stars. It's all about things aligning to give us our karmic rewards. And whenever it's upright, it's like good karmic rewards. It's, you know, we were really good to all of those strangers, holding the door open for them, and only to get shit on by our lovers and stuff, right? It's like all the good things we give in the world, like people give us back crap. But whenever Justice is here, this is saying it's your time to reap those good karmic rewards. God has seen you be a good person. God has seen you do the right thing. God has seen you work hard. God has seen you like bear this and take on all the burdens. So, and do what you had to do to put food on the table. And He's going to give you a good, some good karma back right now. I also want to say that, yes, it's a good time to ask for a raise. It's also a good time to put in those job applications, because we do, you know, like I said, whenever this is reversed, it's like a more forgiving, it's kind of like an interview type of situation, and I feel like it's going to go in your favor if you have an interview. Is this Capricorn symbol? I don't know. But, yes, you may be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, especially a Cancer. He's showing up in a lot of these readings. But, the King of Cups reversed, this is someone upright. He's very sweet, tender, loving, ultimate husband, ultimate baby daddy. A lot like this guy up here, the Emperor. But he's more of the softer side. So he, like, cries at movies, and he keeps the ticket stubs from when he was a teenager and going to the movies with his friends. He's very sentimental, very sweet guy. Whenever he's reversed, this is someone who's withholding and not revealing his feelings. He is, like, he has like deep feelings, and the waters run deep, right? But he isn't expressive about them. He's kind of a little manipulative about his feelings, right? So he'll keep them under wraps just to like have you anticipate him more. But I feel like this is about, so this could be someone in your life, let me know if it is, but I feel like this is more an energy within yourself of, yes, perhaps not sharing your feelings about how you feel about your job, but it's not being in alignment, not being in emotional alignment with this job. Because he is, whenever he's upright, he is the master of his feelings. He's the master of his emotions. And when he is reversed, you know, this is not being the master of his emotions. So I feel like we were talking about alignment here. It's like off of your life purpose. Last but not least, we have the High Priestess reversed. We have the Chariot reversed, and we have the Two of Pentacles. So again, you could be dealing with a Cancer with this Chariot. High Priestess is a Pisces, so water sign energy. High Priestess reversed. High Priestess reversed can mean, they say, you know, the typical advice is you're not following your intuition. Sometimes whenever the High Priestess is reversed, it's like, and this goes into the devil energy. It's when clients, people who seek tarot readings, they go in for specific answers, and, you know, they are obsessed with finding out, like, what is my dream job? Please tell me my dream job. Where do I need to go? I need to know. I need to get out of here, right? So they feel trapped. It becomes this obsession. They aren't going internally. They aren't listening to their inner voice. So they seek, like, psychics and stuff like that. And, you know, psychics will tell them this or that. If you go to, like, 5 different psychics, and if you watch these videos, you'll find we probably have a different answer for each of us, you know. So whenever the High Priestess is reversed, you know, they say you're not following your intuition. Whenever I see it, I just want to warn you guys, like, not to take us so seriously. Right? Not to, like, hang on our every word like your future is set in stone. Because really, like, you are the co-creator of your future. You are the captain of your own ship. And we are just here to give you, it's like a confirmation bias type of situation, right? We are just here to confirm what you know in your heart to be true. If you do not know your life purpose, if you do not know what direction you want to go to, and I do sense a lack of direction with this Chariot reversed. If you don't know your direction, then that needs to be your higher priority. No psychic can tell you, you are meant to be a pediatrician and you should do it now. I mean, if that comes up, then it's something that you already knew. Like, whatever we say, you already know. And that's why we say, whenever it resonates with you, you know, some things resonate with you and some don't. If it resonates with you, like, your intuition already knows what's happening, right? You already know where to go. But I do sense a lack of direction as far as what your life purpose should be. And that's always hard to say. I mean, yes, look at your chart. Sometimes I say to look at your inner child and see what you liked to do for fun as a kid. And that usually points in the direction of your life purpose. Also, like, your skills and talents, try to match those up. You know, like, if you liked to dance as a kid, but there's no way you could be a dancer right now, then maybe it's like, you should operate a dance studio, right? Like, maybe it's past your time to be that star ballerina, but you could teach others how to dance. I don't know. But with the Chariot is a card about 2 horses going in 2 different directions. The black horse is going this way and the white horse is going this way. And so this driver has to be in control of what direction he is moving towards to steer these 2 horses to where he wants to go. And you'll see he's riding away from civilization. He's riding away from a city right now and into the wilderness, onto this new path, right? Into the frontier. So this is about charting new territory, about starting something new, about going in a different direction. But whenever it's reversed, it's like you don't know where that direction is. You don't know which way you want to go. And so your life might feel a little out of control because you have conflicting energies, a lot like this, right? And these are across from each other. So they definitely matter. But, you know, you might have these ideas of, well, maybe I should go back to school for this. Well, maybe I should start my own company. Well, maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do that, right? And so these are the different horses going off the rails. And it's making you feel out of control. So before you leave that job, before you leave that civilization, before you go out into the frontier and onto a new path, I think what's needed is to be clear about that path. The Two of Pentacles is a card about robbing Peter to pay Paul, about juggling. Sometimes it's like, you know, if you're late on bills, you take out a loan, you have to transfer money to this or that. But I get the sense this is more taking on different side projects, different hustles, and it's in an effort to make more money. But you see the snake down here? It's like deceptive. Behind here we have some turbulent waters. So it's like you're taking on these side hustles to make money, perhaps to save up, to, you know, quit, do something new, and have a little nest egg while you do something new. But you're not addressing the emotions that's in the background. And also we have emotion here with the High Priestess. But again, it's reversed. So it's like not listening to your intuition, not listening to your inner waters, and not listening to what you want in a job on a heart level, and just trying to make that paper, right? But you are moving into a good place. Part of addressing that heart level is letting go of burdens and being in control right here, right? So that you can drive this horse. I wish you the best of luck with that, Leo. I really want that for you. I love you very, very much, and I will see you later. Don't forget to watch your August bonus readings. I missed you in July. But again, yes, I love you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.